Nancy Burt-Preece here. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I wanted to share with you a card I made a couple of years ago, and I cased it from someone, and I can't remember who. This was recently done, again, by Peggy Murwin, and I kind of tweaked up. I used the design, but I tweaked up the different layers. So I'm using the Season of Elegance Designer Series paper, which is still in stock and it is still available. And I'm also using the Endless Love stamp set and dies, so the bundle. So when you open it up, you have a pop-up with a little heart. I could have made it more fancy, but I'm doing this in a class and it's got a lot of parts as it is. So I made it a little bit simpler than Peggy did. She did even more embossing and all sorts of stuff. But it's really a fun pop-up card. So it takes a little bit of fussing. Let me show you how to do that. I'm going to start with a piece of cherry cobbler, and it is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I can go ahead and bone fold that. Now I'm going to bring out my paper trimmer. And this is one thing that Peggy did, and I think I did it in my last video a couple years ago, is if you make a template, your life is so much better, let me tell you. So what I did is I took a piece of basic beige, and it's 3.5 by 2 3/4, and then I put it in my paper trimmer and cut it at an angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line that up in the left-hand corner. I'm going to kind of just make sure I get that lined up. I'm going to open up my paper trimmer, and I'm going to set this, and I see where this rim of the track, I line it up with the right hand rim. Say that 3 times. And I'm going to close it. Now, I tried it the first time just using my scoring blade, and it really didn't give me enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is from my scoreboard, and I'm going to take this and do it several times. Really kind of push down on it. I'm going to move that out, and I'm going to fold that over, fold it back. I'm going to move my paper trimmer for a minute, and it gives me something that looks like this. Okay. Then I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to fold it in so it goes the way it wants to go. And you have this shape. Okay, so you've got your pop-up mechanism. I'm going to set that to the side, and I'm going to take a piece of white and my outside. And what I'm going to do is put them together. I'm going to go that same corner, get that all lined up as close as I can. And this time I'm going to come in and cut it off. But I'm going to get this lined up. I line it on the right-hand side. So I have the top and the bottom. And I'm going to cut it right off. I'm going to move that to the side. So I have these 2 pieces. Before I do anything else, I'm going to put this one on the front so that you know where it goes. I find that if I cut pieces, now if you get a kit from me, you'll have all the pieces cut. But I like to know where things are supposed to go. And you just kind of line it up. Oops, oops. Let's line it up better than that. There we go. So again, once you do it on camera, it always sticks. Great. Yes, demonstrators have real life problems too. I should have done green glue because then you have a little bit more movement to it. And there you go. All right, so that's my front. And I'm going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day using Cherry Cobbler. This is from the Endless Love. Now, how did I get this lined up? I lined up the Valentine's Day on my grid. Then I lined up the happy and the day. And I put them on one block so that when you stamp it, you get all of them at the same time. Very easy to do, and I like to do that with people that are going to be making it because you get a better lineup. I think people are more successful that way. So I try to do that whenever I'm making it with other people. Now I can go ahead and get these two pieces right on my card. This one's a little easier to line up, I think. Okay, so we've got the front and the inside. Now I'm going to move this off, and I'm going to take a contrasting piece. So this is Season of Elegance, and this one is called something else, and I cannot remember what it's called. I will try to put that in the comments. Let me see if I can find it quick. Let me see. I can. It is called Regal Distressed Patterns. Also still available. So this time I need the bottom left. So I'm going to turn this completely opposite. By the way, when I cut these off, I keep these completely opposite. And this time I'm going to line it up with the left side of the track. Oops, and then I missed it. And go ahead and cut it. And you're going to keep this also. This you got to keep because that's your little measurement that you use when you're making other ones. It's really helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this. I have a class coming this weekend, and people will get either the white inside or the cherry inside. They're both neat, and hopefully you like both of them. Okay. Now I'm going to take this. You can, I'm not using it yet, but that's what I cut the heart from, and I will just put that over. I'm going to put these two together. It gets me every time. I have to figure out how to do that. It's like, okay. And you can see I wasn't 100% exact. What I'm going to do is move this over to a 1/2 inch. Come on. I was a little off on that one, but as long as it all measures up, it's really okay. Get that as close as you can. And I'm going to just cut a 1/2 inch. And now I'm going to move this to the side. And put some adhesive. It just needs a little bit to fit in that spot. Alrighty. There we go. And this one will fit in there. Let's see. Alrighty. Now I cut out, since I used this, I'm going to use a white heart to pop up. Now, it doesn't make a difference if it goes up here, but you want to make sure that you don't go past that, or the card will not shut. So I'm going to just put some adhesive towards the bottom of this heart. And I'm going to, and also you want it not to go past that score line. So I'm going to say right there. So that'll pop up when I open the card. Now, I'm going to use my grid paper, and it's going to be my mat right now. I'm going to line it up. So what I'm going to say is, I'm going to line it up here, and I can't go above this line. See right here, this 10-inch line? I can't go above that, and I can't go too far that way. I want to also say that this was cut out using cherry cobbler and white, using the heart and the X and O from the Endless Love set. And I would say when you're putting this together, make sure this is a little bit over to the left, because you want to have a little room to overlap this. So I'm going to add just a little bit of adhesive towards the bottom. I'm not going to put a ton on there. I'm getting this back lined up, making sure I don't go, this one you have to just make sure you don't go too far over. So I kind of angle it in. Then this one, once again, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive towards the bottom. And this one I have to make sure it doesn't go past the 10-inch mark, or the card won't close, and that would be a really big bummer. I kind of angle it in also. Make sure it doesn't go higher than the card. And the last thing I'm going to do is pop up this heart in the middle. Now, could you add ribbon? You could add all sorts of things. I'm letting the designer series paper in this wow card do the work. There are just so many things you could add. It's super fun. But I'm going to kind of go like this and pop that up. So you have two designs, a little bit different on the inside. Both of them are really fun. So I hope you try this pop-up heart card. It's a lot of fun. And, you know, could you pop other things out? If you had a birthday cake or all sorts of things, you can use this design for other things. It's just really fun. And once you know how to do it, it's really not that hard. So I hope you give it a good try. Take care.